Apprentice, you've reached Nar Shadda safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
You believe I can use these people's hopelessness against them?
Their need for answers should serve you well. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shadda's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes, and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
How did you convince these fools to help?
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
Ponu insaka wesan fram. Ipsik erbai kudana, jaus erbai rojandan, in bise wistai.
I'm glad you're so happy.
Was in amin, in apidai daje, fewer tigons freisans. Mat insok ja, himan kudana, ja ayon pro kumana. Pai power juice, ja af apidun, pata ja sungadras.
Continue to follow me, and I promise those days will return.
Insok ja, himan kundana da ayu pro. Und in amagas kapana, warpan himinam arpai bohav nona.
My lord, Captain Headley, Imperial Corrections. Sorry to impose, but I've got a mess on my hands. Was overseeing a prisoner transfer. Weequay pirate named Vomba. Couple of bounty hunters caught him. Wanted the reward. Somehow Vomba's mates found out. Shut down our security droids. Turned the entire spaceport into a war zone before they made off with him.
Even a child would have anticipated some ill-conceived rescue attempt.
That's why I added the extra droid detail. Didn't expect he'd slice them. Between the droid shutdown and his cronies, that swaggering git has the run of the terminal, but we've got him cornered. Negotiations ended with a dead diplomat. I'm not having any more of that. Rather someone just went in there and made an example of him.
This doesn't need to end in violence.
He had his chance. Only way he's coming out of there now is in a box. Bomber's gang has sliced control stations throughout the terminal. You reset them, the droids should power back on and do their part. From there, it's just a matter of cleaning up. Go wild.
Athiss.
Here, Bomber's bounty. Sods in courting didn't survive the firefight, so they won't need it.
Where do you think you're sending that scan?
Forgive the unorthodox introductions. Moro Vizon, head of special operations for the Imperial Diplomatic Service. I need assistance plucking a thorn from the Empire's side. It should be a trivial task for a Sith, my lord, but I want the world to see your power.
Be careful what you seek to unleash.
Of course, I meant no disrespect. I was tasked with gathering allies on Nar Shadda. Hut clans, corporations, gangsters. But one man has resisted our entreaties. Ukabi is the local leader of the Exchange, a galaxy-spanning criminal organization specializing in high-tech vice. Ukabi and the Exchange refuse to join us.
You want me to convince this Ukabi to change his mind?
We're long past that point. The Exchange spends more money than most governments on spies, slicers, and scientists. Anyone they can't buy, they kidnap. They would have been valuable friends, but Ukabi drugs and tortures my messengers. We need to make an example of him.
Defiance is unacceptable. He should be dealt with.
I want his army decimated, his arms caches looted, his chemical refineries razed to the ground. I want a show of force so overwhelming that no one on Nar Shadda will ever deny the Empire again. If you would grant us this favor.
It may serve my purposes. The Exchange will burn.
The Exchange operates out of the Corellian sector of the city. Your path of destruction begins there. When you're through crippling the operations, you can find me at my command post. I'll be watching the chaos from my chambers.
In alay matay gas un idal pi matay ulpas in alay uspulanay.
I'm on to you, short stuff. I've seen you free droid enclave wackos puttering about. I better not catch you filling my droid's head with mutinous nonsense. What did he just say?
Nothing subversive, Master. Shall we go for a walk?
Warswe godzai akran pairowandans ja wanjantans in ufkunpa.
Oh, Destress, dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
Teufel Athiss.
here. The cavalry looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar Jais embarks prize war Tyren Swase Ik Bus Karadida.
Easy, Destrus. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry. There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Zash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
Palladius has something I need. And if helping you will get it for me, then yes.
Good, because it makes me sick to think Palladius is out there while I'm cooped up in this rat hole.
Palladius built his empire on the backs of the poor. Said he'd save them from their miserable lives.
Said we'd make a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
How do I win the love of these poor downtrodden souls?
What Palladius did was find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Kraits, named after the Krait dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
And when another gang rises to take the Krait's place?
You're right. Taking out the Kraits wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shadda's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
Prophet? Now that's more to my taste.
I'm glad you approve, my lord. The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
In this case, I'd rather be loved than feared.
Good, but be careful. The warehouse is heavily guarded, but if you can steal the cure and distribute it in the Corellian sector, you'll own the lower classes.
Raka Kalam Kala. Ninya Oramagyang Megik. Manuk Maraka Naja. Ki Namabam. Yak Manala.
Search my history, and you may damage your sanity.
Kamperim Ganam. Bagyang. Manik Hikupukam. Unuk Inumemnu. Amka Kamem. Perolak Palak. Kam Inumemnu. Najanaya Amkam Mimic Meraka.
Nar Shadda will mock the Empire if our secrets get out. The sale must be stopped.
Laporam Amka. Mamni Nikag. Nagnaya Mamni Kamgam. Kamperim Ganam. Bagyang. Manik Hikupukam. Mem Amak Kupkap. Kramanik. Umnukiga Mayamak.
How much are you being paid?
Bumogala Apayang. Nilama ini Amka Amgap. Nulilak Apajam Kamgam. Amka Nemnang. Ampa Nemnang Memua Inok. Aflandiban.
Excuse me, I'm on surveillance duty. The things Hutts do behind closed doors.
This is important. Slicers were selling intelligence reports on the black market. I recovered them.
These are my reports. Well, thank you, my lord. No telling what would happen if these fell into the wrong hands. Wait, these reports are embedded with slicing signatures. This isn't some gang. It's the mark of the Republic's Strategic Information Service.
You better be sure of this.
The signatures don't lie. The SIS hid behind the Slicer gang. But why? Maybe to disguise a listening post. Maybe they're listening to us right now. Do you hear me, SIS dogs? The dark side is about to crush your pathetic operation. Isn't that right, my lord?
There will be no survivors.
The SIS signatures contain coordinates. Go there. Destroy the listening post. Kill everyone.
Godoba, please. I have good news.
Do not attempt to dissimulate.
No dissimulation intended. But I wanted you to meet someone. My lord, allow me to introduce the Diplomatic Service's allies on Nar Shadda, the Shadow Syndicate.
I don't need to meet the locals. Get rid of them.
This won't take long. They need to know what you did. Godoba the Hutt, owner of the club Republica Casino and 5 city sectors. Your ship is docked in his spaceport. Varko Ti, Chomash of the Nar Shadda Labor Alliance. There are no better slavers in the galaxy.
A pleasure.
And last, DXTX, primary hub of the DX Annihilator network.
Your destructive prowess is respectable. Negotiations permitted.
Together, they represent key powers. Yukabi and the Exchange could have joined them, but thanks to your strike, we needn't worry about the Exchange anymore.
Some insects keep crawling after being stomped.
You may be more right than you know. This woman has lied to you.
What?
She has blundered where many upstarts blundered before. And now, we all pay the price.
That's not fear I smell, is it?
Varko, really? We're hardly vulnerable.
He's preparing an army of steaming hot killers and cybernetically linked assassins.
Detonite droid production has increased.
Ah, very well. If Yukabi won't learn his lesson, then the Empire can handle his dying blows.
Quiet. You've caused plenty of trouble already.
My sources report Exchange death squads on the move. As you destroyed his assets, he'll destroy ours. The promenade, factories, slave pens.
Yukabi is drawing energy for his chemical enhancement facilities. He augments soldiers for battle. He must be stopped now.
I'm not a strategist. Your recommendation, my lord?
We can't let Exchange death squads roam freely. How do we intercept them?
Exchange has a private landing pad. Intercept the death squads, destroy their ships, and maybe...
I'll alert our forces here and keep the Shadow Syndicate in line. We can discuss this when you return.